What's up, what's going on, legends? It's your boy Errl Shatter here, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about the most popular weapon here right now, currently in Season 1 of Call of Duty Warzone. Now, we've been through a wide variety of metas. I think we found ourselves in a really good place currently with Warzone, being that there's such a wide variety of different weapons you could be running, and it's not so limited down to like something like just the DMR or just the Grau 5.56 or even just the AMAX. We're not just seeing everybody running the same stuff. We're seeing a variety of things now, and I think it's really great for the game. Now, with that being said, it is interesting, to see the results of this poll that I actually put up. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with the community tab over on the channel, I've been sharing a lot of polls over there, just trying to get some feedback, trying to see what people are using, trying to see what people's opinions are. It's fun. We're doing all types of different polls. I'm gonna try to do more of those as time goes on. However, one specifically just kind of tried to hint towards, what weapon are people using? The DMR at this point's received 2 different nerfs. It's interesting to see, are people still using the DMR? Or what else are the other weapons that they're choosing in battle right now? I kind of wasn't sure, and I was very surprised by the results of this. Now, I do want to mention, obviously, the results are a little bit skewed considering I don't have an extremely large channel. However, we were able to pull off 89 votes for this, and I thought that was pretty big for our size. Now, with that being said, like I said, I don't think this is a completely accurate way of determining what the most popular weapon is. However, I do believe no matter how you scaled the results or how you scaled, the difference in what people are using, if you had 100,000 people, 1,000,000 people, it doesn't matter. I think it would overall remain very close to the same. It would probably shift a little bit by a couple percents here and there, but I don't think that your results would be much different. Now, with that being said, I'm sure you guys are really interested what the most popular weapon is, or at least the statistics here on what those weapons are. So for this poll, I decided to include some of our past metas, such as the Kilo 141, the Grau 5.56, the AMAX, of course, and then our newest meta, the DMR, which is from Black Ops Cold War. Now, with the DMR being nerfed twice, obviously there's not as many people using it as there once was. But I was still curious, how many people might still be using this, how many people really still like the DMR, or maybe some of you guys have moved back onto some of our past metas that we've had that were pretty dominant. Now, for the poll, we got a total, like I said, of 89 votes. Out of that 89 votes, 9% of people said they're still using the DMR. That is much lower than I thought. For a little bit there after the second nerf, I felt like people were still kind of holding on to it, but slowly I've kind of seen less and less of them. More of the higher skilled players or some of the bigger streamers out there still, use it from time to time. However, it's not the most dominant weapon out there. Now, 15% of y'all said the Kilo 141. This kind of surprised me as well. It is a really, really good gun. It did get a little bit of a nerf, meaning it's not so dominant. However, it doesn't mean it's not a extremely good weapon, but maybe that means it's not quite as dominant as it was maybe when it was the meta. Our other weapon, the CR56 AMAX, which is a really popular weapon as well, 27% of people decided this is what they're running with. Now, this doesn't surprise me quite as much because so many people are out there making videos, and I think just with the fact that people are calling it the next meta, the current meta, whatever you want to refer to it as, overpowered, I don't think any of those are necessarily true, but I think with enough content going out, I kind of expected the CR56 AMAX to be on top. Now, our winner of the most popular weapon, based on popular demand or popular vote, is the Grau 5.56. Now, the Grau has been amazing since its release. If you guys are still trying to unlock this weapon, or maybe you're not sure how to unlock it, maybe you're a free-to-play player and you're not sure how you can get this in Warzone only, if you guys go over to the channel, I promise you, I have a video. I'll even try to link it down in the description below on how you guys can unlock this the easiest possible way, especially for those of you that are free-to-play and only have Warzone. And obviously, there's a few tips for those of you that actually own the full game as well, if you're just looking for some help on your journey. Now, unlocking this weapon is crucial. It's insane. 49% of people said that this is the weapon they're going with, and that was really surprising to me. Now, the part that's not surprising to me is why people have chosen it. I think it's extremely consistent. I think it's easy to use. The recoil obviously exists, but it's not so much that you can't control it. I think it's one of those weapons people can learn really easily on how to control the recoil. The only place it really struggles is super long distance engagements, just because they kind of nerfed it in the sense that it wouldn't be so good at those ranges. It was extremely dominant in its time as the meta, and I think it's kind of found a way to be a lot more balanced now. This is not an overpowered weapon. I think it's one of the more balanced weapons that we have. I think it's very comparable to the M4A1. However, just being that the weapon it is and how many people make videos on it, I think it's just a little bit more popular. I'd be interested to see how many people out there are using the M4. No one really commented on the post suggesting that they are. However, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a good group of people not only using the 5.56 like we've suggested or that we've gotten votes on, but also the M4 as well. If you guys are using either of these, you're in a good spot. If you're using any of the weapons on this poll, you're in a great spot. But it was really surprising to me to see one of the most balanced weapons, or one of the weapons I feel is the most balanced in the game, actually make it to the #1 on this poll. I was really thinking the CR56 AMAX was going to take over, considering its popularity with videos and, you know, bigger streamers. However, I think it's just a little bit harder for some of the, you know, lower skilled players or people in certain brackets to kind of deal with. And I think that they find the growl is just a little bit more consistent for them and maybe even works better for them altogether. The AMAX is going to be great, but only if you can control it. And, you know, that's what really makes it strong, is having the ability to kind of capitalize on controlling recoil and obviously your ability just to be accurate in general. If you're good and you have great accuracy and you're not really learning as much, maybe you're just a great player, the AMAX is going to be great for you. If you're a little bit more average, maybe slightly above average, or maybe you're just overall trying to improve, the Grau 556 is going to be the right choice for you. Now, just because we're talking about the Grau today, I do want to make sure I share with you guys a best loadout or class setup that is updated, that is the most frequent, so you guys know exactly what you guys should go out there and run, whether it's just making a new setup for this weapon, or overall you're just unlocking it now and you want to know exactly what attachments to hunt for. So let's go ahead and jump into the class setup with the Grau 556. Alrighty guys, so let's jump into the attachments we're running with our Grau so that you guys are the most prepared to dominate with this weapon. So for the muzzle, we're running that monolithic suppressor. For the barrel, running the Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel. By the way, the iron sights with this baby is just off the charts. I love the iron sights with this weapon, and I think that this barrel just takes it to another level. Obviously makes it just a little bit better to use, a little bit more appealing. For the laser, I'm running the tack laser. This does help ADS time, so you guys are more than welcome to swap out the tack laser for something like an optic. Some people love the VLK. Personally, I love the iron sights on this gun, so I don't usually run an optic, not even for long distance engagements. For the ammunition, we're running the 60-round magazine. To me, this is a must-have on this gun. You want to have as much ammunition as possible when going into battle, especially if you're going against duos, trios, quads. You're going to want to not have to reload in the middle of a battle as much as possible, and I think that just having the 60-round mags is a no-brainer. For the underbarrel, which is our last attachment, we have the Commando foregrip. Now, as surprising as it is that the Grau 556 seems to be the most popular weapon here in Season 1 of Warzone, it also just doesn't surprise me based on the consistency, that how easy it is to use, and just overall how amazing this weapon truly is. I think if you guys don't have a class setup with this loadout or just the Grau 556 in general, you're really sleeping here in Season 1, and I think you guys should definitely go out there and give this thing a shot. I know it's dominated once before. I know it's not quite the same as it was, but I'm telling you guys, it's still amazing here in Season 1, and you guys will quickly see why about half the people out there, at least half the people that I got to vote, are using this weapon. It is the most popular weapon in Warzone in Season 1 as of right now, and I think you guys should absolutely give it another shot. That's going to wrap things up for us here. And normally, you know, we do this at the beginning of the video, but if you guys did enjoy this video at any time or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you guys go down below and show your support for the channel by smashing that like button. Let's go ahead and throw an easy goal of 30 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys want to find your way back to the channel for more Cold War and Warzone content, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button, also that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. Thank you guys for all tuning into today's video, and thank you guys for all the support on the channel, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next one. Peace.